For USC, Juju Watkins, Kaya Padilla, Mackenzie Forbes, and Caitlin Davis, all three coming out of the league.
Juju Watkins is making history in her freshman year at USC, racking up incredible stats that have people comparing her to the great Caitlin Clark.
Rebounds a game. She was named to the Wooden Award late season top 20. She needs some empty space on the shelf to roll into the basket for an easy two.
But is she on pace to break records, or did Notre Dame just reveal a major flaw in her game? With USC's winning streak now over, we're diving into what this could mean for Watkins moving forward.
Juju's face telling the story and being carried off the court.
Does this setback expose a challenge she needs to overcome, or is it simply a stepping stone to even greater dominance? One thing is certain, women's college basketball has never been more exciting. It's been 3 decades since a USC player has generated this much buzz, and Juju Watkins' rankings among the top players this season prove exactly why.
Hi, I'm Juju Watkins with USC Women's Basketball, and this is Shoot Your Shot.
What player do you model your game after?
Candace Parker.
When you aren't playing basketball, what's your favorite thing to do?
Shop.
Where do you like to shop?
Probably Melrose.
What has been the best thing about USC so far?
Building a legacy is about more than just hype, it's about making history. That includes chasing Caitlin Clark's NCAA scoring record, a goal that highlights Juju Watkins' potential to one day surpass Clark as the all-time leading scorer in college basketball, men's or women's. But that momentum hit a roadblock when USC faced off against number 5 Notre Dame.
Yeah, I just think this is a learning experience for the whole team. So much to learn as far as chemistry and everything. So I think for me, the biggest thing is just staying poised and under control the whole game. Wasn't the prettiest for me. So just continuing to, lock in.
Juju, what do you think the defense did to kind of make you guys uncomfortable there to start the game?
The Fighting Irish didn't just end USC's winning streak, they may have also exposed a key weakness in Juju Watkins' game.
Program, but what I've really been impressed by is how her team has rallied around this moment.
That's what I was thinking because, as we pivot forward, think about all the times that Juju has come through for the team with a big play or a big shot or a big moment or a big performance, right? 20-piece, 30-piece. This is now her teammates' chance to come through for Juju, to make a big play after play, pull together and rally for Juju, and we've seen that so far.
Notre Dame's head coach, Niela Ivey, credited her team's defensive game plan for the win, calling it relentless defense. She explained that they adjusted their ball screen coverage and focused on picking up Watkins in transition to limit her effectiveness.
Just first off, like to say, I am so proud of my team. I'm so proud of them. This was obviously a huge matchup. I thought it was great for women's basketball in general. Lindsay and I spoke about this a year ago, just saying how incredible this matchup would be. We're trying to help grow the game. Hopefully the viewership was great. The crowd was great. So just a moment that we're really appreciative to be a part of. But this group, they're special. I'm so grateful to be able to lead them and just really proud of the way that We
tried a couple of different things that worked, Ivy said. She also praised her guards, Sonia Citron and Cassandra Jenkins, for taking turns defending Watkins, using their size and versatility to keep her off balance. As a result, the USC star struggled to find her rhythm. Coach Ivy's breakdown of the game made one thing clear: Watkins' biggest challenge might be how well opponents can disrupt her flow with aggressive defense and size mismatches.
Single player on this team. I thought everybody gave us a lot of great energy, really smart, great defense, but these two really led us. Sony had the tall task of guarding one of the best players in women's basketball with Juju. Thought she did a great job early on, just showing bodies, trying to deny her for the entire game and just, following the game plan. But, everybody knows Sony for her offense, but now you guys know Sony for how great of a defender that she is. So unselfish. I knew that she was going to take that task and just super proud of her. And then Hannah.
That strategy paid off, especially with Citron guarding Watkins. She stuck to the USC star like glue from the opening tip, making it difficult for her to find scoring opportunities.
Big time player, big time stage. Not at all shocked by what she did today. From the beginning, I told my team she guarded everybody on the court one time. Just so feisty, so energetic. It's contagious for our group, so unselfish, and it's a fun game. But also, it's amazing for me to see the growth of this group and this team. And again, like I said, I love them so much, and I'm so proud, so grateful. All glory to God. This is a moment, and we're going to enjoy it and then move on next week.
But we have to give credit to Juju Watkins for not giving up. Despite a slow start with just 5 points in the first half, she fought back and finished with 24 points. In the end, Notre Dame secured a 74-61 victory.
We've talked about all the stars on the court, but this is the place to be on a Saturday afternoon. Snoop Dogg, Michael B. Jordan. Then you want to talk about the greats of the game, Candace Parker.
USC's turnovers proved costly, with 21 total mistakes, and not having Kennedy Smith, their other starting center, was felt on defense. Notre Dame's Hannah Hyland took full advantage, finishing with 24 points, 5 steals, and 8 assists.
Have goosebumps looking at this crowd. I mean, Juju Watkins has made this must-see TV at USC. Everyone wants to be courtside. Everyone wants to watch her play, take her in.
Even with USC's tough loss, the excitement around Juju Watkins was still very much present.
Good run in transition here. Samuels finds Kiki area Finn. That Hidalgo and Miles can read the floor.
Watkins hesitates, crossover.
Did Notre Dame expose Juju Watkins' Achilles heel, or was it just an off day? The answer could shape the story of one of basketball's brightest young stars moving forward.
Juju's loved by all of us. Juju is raising and lifting our game up with how she plays, with cornering the market when it comes to NIL deals. I mean, she's a business herself, and to see part of that not be a part of our NCAA tournament, something's missing. There's a big void, and
while some argue it's too soon to judge, given Notre Dame's exceptional defense, others believe she needs to improve in certain areas.
Ball on offense.
Keep it coming, Olivia Miles.
Even though the team lost, the energy around the USC squad was still palpable. As much as this loss stings, there's no doubt that Juju Watkins will bounce back even stronger.
What a game tonight. The first time USC has taken down a #1 overall ranked opponent since 1983. What did it take tonight?
It took everything. I think, it's been a rough couple weeks for me, and to be able to kind of snap back into it and get into my rhythm here in Galen versus UCLA, I mean it.
Juju Watkins is already one of the most talented players out there, and with 2 more years to hone her skills before turning pro, we're bound to see even more growth from her. However, as often happens in sports, comparisons to other greats are already being made, this time, specifically to Caitlin Clark.
If Juju was allowed to come out in the draft, Fever they will regret that they took Caitlin Clark #1. Caitlin is great. Yeah. She's not Juju. If they match up in a tournament, 1,000% Juju is going to pick her up full court.
You look at the way she's built, and you look at the way Caitlin Clark is built. I mean, she can take contact. She can play through contact. She has an adult body as a 18-year-old.
She's super athletic. She will pick her up full court. They're going to have to set a whole bunch of screens to get Juju off her. And if she ever tries to guard Juju, it's lunch meat.
It seems like every day on social media, there's a new debate pitting one against the other, Juju Watkins versus Caitlin Clark. While Juju dominates college basketball, she's still missing that one thing that made Caitlin Clark a superstar and a true rival.
Now, there's a lot of players in the country playing Division I basketball. Nobody scored more points in one game this year than you.
That's crazy. Yeah. More to come.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark who?
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Much respect there.
No matter how you play it, the challenge of guarding Caitlin Clark remains the same. You're always at a disadvantage. The legendary guard does most of her damage from beyond the three-point line, and at times, she even nails shots from way out, near the midcourt logo.
Ellie Gazzardo, the head coach. His team rallied twice in the Southland Conference Tournament for wins, and that one dead on. Right on the money.
According to CBBAnalytics.com, over 50% of Caitlin Clark's three-point attempts come from more than 3 feet beyond the arc.
At all of the energy early on. Championship medal of Las Vegas on full display, and Clark dropping a three.
Fort Wayne assistant coach Stephen Asher summed it up perfectly after his team's 98-59 loss to Iowa. She hit 2 step-backs against us, and I don't know if anyone could have guarded her any better. It's like the remainder of quote seems incomplete.
Reliability. It's like the Bentley in the garage. It starts up and drives to the store the same way. It's a brand new car. You love it. Next.
If a defense somehow manages to stop Caitlin Clark's signature step back, which requires intense, aggressive on-ball defense, she can still punish them with drives to the basket. Juju Watkins' playing style is similar to Clark's, but at 6 feet 2 inches, she combines speed and physicality to often overpower defenders. Whether she's starting from the initial set or coming off the ball, she's incredibly skilled at finishing two-point baskets, which is far from a bad thing.
Sarcasm.
The Southern girl could not at that age. Now she could.
Watkins, beautiful move and the finish for Juju.
On the flip side, Caitlin Clark uses her elite athleticism and relentless attacking mindset to blow past defenders who try to guard her too tightly.
Got it to go past Cunningham.
I don't care if you're the first, second, or third line of defense. That's a problem for you. She applies so much pressure with what she does with the ball.
Clark with a triple, yes.
Her one-on-one abilities, athleticism, and skill set are simply dominant. There's no perfect way to stop her. It's that Kobe Bryant-like mentality of relentless aggression. The best strategy might be to deny her the ball entirely. If she doesn't touch it, she can't score, right? But even when Clark doesn't have the ball and is being pressured full court, her impact on the game is still undeniable.
Clark from the logo!
She gets it out of that left hand, and it's money. She's open now, Caitlin.
Patricia Babcock-McGraw, a women's college basketball analyst for the Big Ten Network, emphasized Caitlin Clark's impact beyond just scoring. She pointed out that Clark understands how much of a difference she can make simply by being a decoy, using her basketball IQ to influence the game even when she's not directly involved. Looking at their careers so far, Clark played 77 games over her final 2 seasons, while Watkins has played 62 in her first 2 seasons, a 20% difference. Clark's impressive scoring helped her chase down Pistol Pete Maravich for the NCAA all-time scoring record. While Watkins isn't on that exact pace yet, USC's future in the national title mix means she'll have plenty of opportunities in her remaining years, provided she stays healthy. Watkins has only missed 1 game so far, while Clark never missed any. The big challenge ahead for Watkins is this: while she may outscore Clark in her first 2 seasons, she'll need to raise her scoring average to around 30 points per game in her final 2 seasons to match the level Clark reached. Clark's second-half career at Iowa was extraordinary, with her points skyrocketing, especially due to her three-point shooting. In her senior season, Clark scored 1,234 points, and in her junior year, 1,155 points, largely fueled by 341 three-pointers over those 2 seasons, 50 more than any other player's 2-season total in DI history. Watkins, on the other hand, has made 122 threes in 60 career games, averaging fewer than 2 per game compared to Clark's 4.4 per game during her final 2 seasons. That said, scoring isn't the only way to make an impact. Rebounding is crucial too, and in this area, Watkins holds an edge. As a freshman, she averaged 7.3 rebounds per game compared to Clark's 5.9. Watkins' size gives her an advantage in securing boards, but Clark made up for it with her ability to push fast breaks off rebounds. When it comes to playmaking, Clark's court vision stood out, especially as a freshman, with 7.1 assists per game. Watkins, though an effective passer, averaged 3.3 assists per game, playing more of a scoring role for USC. Clark's ability to set up her teammates gave her a significant edge as a playmaker. Defense is also a key factor in overall impact, and here, Watkins had the upper hand. She displayed strong defensive instincts with 2.3 steals per game and 1.6 blocks per game, while Clark posted 1.3 steals and 0.5 blocks per game. Watkins' size and athleticism allowed her to contest shots and disrupt passing lanes, giving her the defensive advantage over Clark in their freshman seasons.
Is that I can continue to get better, and I feel like there were so many ways I could have been even better this year, and that's what gets you going and gets you fired up, and you want to continue to keep playing. But at the same time, that's what stinks about the season.
Caitlin Clark's efficiency and playmaking made her an all-around offensive force, while Juju Watkins' scoring ability and defensive presence really stood out. Although Watkins has scored more total points so far, Clark's superior shooting and playmaking ability gave her a more well-rounded impact on the court. In truth, Clark's impressive point totals are still far ahead of Watkins, who currently has 1,552 career points. However, Watkins has been so spectacular in her first 2 seasons that basketball fans are now eagerly watching each USC game, wondering, how many did Juju score today? The comparison between Watkins and Clark is understandable. Sports analysts and fans have quickly taken note of Watkins' immense potential. Some have even predicted that the rivalry between these two could help propel the WNBA to new levels of popularity, perhaps even surpassing the NBA in some respects. Jason Whitlock, a prominent sports analyst, went as far as to compare Watkins to a light-skinned Michael Jordan in female form, highlighting her exceptional skills and potential to make a major impact on the sport.
What's your first name?
Justin.
USC or UCLA?
USC.
Who are your favorite one or two players on your team?
Juju Watkins, of course. You know, I think if Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are Magic and Bird, then Juju is Jordan.
Right.
And I think she's a transcendent player in women's basketball, but basketball in general. And then Kennedy Smith. If Juju is Jordan, then Kennedy Smith is Scottie Pippen because her arms are long, her defense is crazy, and the tenacity that they play on both ends of the court.
You know, Matt, that's what's going to be interesting. Caitlin is a supernova, and Juju probably is a better player.
RELAX. Relax.
While it's still early in her college career, Juju Watkins has already shown she has the talent and drive to leave a lasting impact on the sport. As she continues to develop and refine her game, the excitement around her future in the WNBA keeps growing. Watkins' rise is a true testament to the evolving landscape of women's basketball and the emergence of new stars ready to inspire a whole new generation of fans and players.
One of the brightest young stars in this game, none other than Juju Watkins, the USC rising sophomore guard, continuing it.
In the end, the comparison between Watkins and Clark adds an exciting layer of anticipation to the world of women's basketball. As both players continue to make their mark, fans are eagerly awaiting the next chapter in this unfolding story. With her talent and determination, Juju Watkins is poised to soar to new heights and could one day surpass the legacy of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Paige is a excellent player, and I think it's just a testament to when you give women a platform, we're going to perform. And I think that tonight was an excellent game. I think playing, I was so kind of tired towards the end, but it was just beautiful to be a part of, and I couldn't imagine watching it. So super exciting, and I think as we continue to get games like this, we'll always show.